So I'm going to be attempting to do the longest ever What's happening, people? Welcome to the video. It's the start of a new week and it's the start of a new training block. So if you're watching this, you might know that I've just announced a new record attempt. So if you've been following the channel, you'll know that in March of 2024, we broke the Guinness World Record for the fastest crossing of the UAE. 630 kilometers, just under 400 miles. And we did that in just under 6 days. That was an incredible journey. I'll put the link to that video here if you want to see more of that. But it's time to do something different. Now, the whole reason that I got into running or fitness is because I used to be very overweight. I used to be an alcoholic. I used to be a chain smoker. This was going back about 3 years ago. So I was just trying to get mentally tough because I had no discipline, no mental toughness. I was just trying to find a way where I could get out of my own head and build some kind of mental toughness. So I chose running because that's what I hate to do. It's the one thing that I thought, okay, if I can do this, it's gonna build mental toughness, which I had none of at the time. So now I've been doing it for 3 years, and now we've been, doing dozens of ultras and breaking records. Time to take it one step further. Let's put it that way. So the one thing I hate about running is running on a treadmill. That's the one thing I hate. Anytime I get on a treadmill, it's like a 30-minute run can feel like 2 hours sometimes. So I'm gonna be attempting to do the longest ever treadmill run in 1 week. I can't even believe I'm saying that. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna push me to my limits, not only physically, but obviously mentally as well. Just being on that treadmill for an entire week, that is gonna be just mad. So the current record is 843 kilometers. Works out to be 527 miles in a week. We're going for 900 kilometers. So that's gonna work out to around 130 per day on the treadmill. So having said that, we're gonna start training today. It is Monday, we're gonna start the week off nice with obviously a run. I'm gonna be attempting this in probably like October time, beginning of October. I haven't got a final date yet in mind, but end of September, beginning of October, depending on schedules. So that leaves me with about 10 or 11 weeks, including a taper week. So building up slowly, don't want to get injured, but I should be okay. So this is going to involve ramping up mileage very slowly. So I'm thinking about starting anywhere between 40 and 50 miles per week, which works out to around 80 kilometers a week, and then slowly ramp up from there. And we're probably going to be getting anywhere close to 100, 120 miles a week, which is about 170, 180 kilometers per week. But I don't really want to go too much over that. What I will be experimenting and doing is doing like longer runs. I don't think I did enough of those in the world record attempt when I ran across the UAE. So if my goal is to run 100 miles for the week, I might do 2 50-mile runs, just so I can get used to that back-to-back of running on tired legs. 130K a day is no joke. That's gonna be very taxing on my body, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot harder than the last one, put it that way. We're starting training today. It is 6:30. Let's go out and do the run. Nothing crazy today. I'm gonna probably get in around anywhere between 10 to 15K. Let's go get a run done. See if they bark at me. What's gonna be nice? Nope. They're nice. That's the thing about running in Turkey. You get street dogs. Some of them are friendly, like those ones. Some of them, not so much. They come for you. So whenever you see a spike in heart rate on the Garmin, that's probably what that is. We've got another one here. He's a friendly one. Come here. Come here, buddy. Come. Wanna race? Let's race. Come, let's race. Come. Come. Come on. Oh. Tried to snatch the camera. All right. Go. Might be wondering why I'm running outside when I'm supposed to be training for a treadmill record. Well, running here in Bodrum has become a bit of a ritual. So last year when I was here, I was training for the Ultraman. So you can see the training in the video for that race right here. So that was basically a long triathlon. I was doing a bunch of training while we was here. And yeah, I enjoy running here. I want to make the most out of the time we've got here. It's just a nice place to run. And obviously when I'm back in Dubai, there's going to be a lot of time spent indoors on the treadmill, so it's nice to switch up. As time goes on, we'll be getting more and more race specific. So in other words, I'll be doing more runs on the treadmill. But for now, enjoying being outside. Enjoying the nature for the time being. Okay, run done, back at the house. Got in 12 kilometers at a 5:37 kilometer pace, hour and 7 minutes. Heart rate was 142 beats per minute. So yeah, trying to keep the heart rate nice and low now. Zone 2 training. I'll be explaining a little bit more about what that is in the next video. But for now, it's time to recover. So as soon as one workout finishes, we're getting ready for the next one. So I'm about to recover immediately, probably do a sauna, get some protein in my system, and start to recover. As soon as one workout finishes, we're getting ready for the next one. So the moment I come home, I have some kind of protein. So right now, I either have the whey protein or the clear protein. So the clear one's coming in handy right now, obviously, because it's been very hot outside. It just goes down a lot easier. It's very light and refreshing. And yeah, it just tastes like a homemade lemonade. I also take a multivitamin, an omega-3, Tonga Ali, and I'm also taking creatine as well. Creatine is very important for not only muscular strength, is also for endurance as well. So I would recommend taking 5 milligrams a day. Whether you're strength training or you're not strength training, it comes in handy. It's good for recovery, it's good for strength, it's good for endurance. And I wash that down with my protein, and that's how we recover. So I just take all the pills at once and wash it down with the protein. Caramel flavor, it's my favorite in the range. Goes down nice and smooth. Just getting some pull-ups in. Been here for the last hour or so. I don't really want to neglect weight training completely. I mean, obviously I've been doing a lot more recently, but you know, I still want to keep, you know, somewhat active. I just feel better. I can move better. It just overall, I just feel a lot better and healthier when I do resistance training or lift weights. Right now we've got a videographer coming and we're going to be shooting some content for the announcement of this record. So by the time you see this, the announcement would have already been done and we'll be sharing bits of the training. So it's the last few days in Bodrum as well. Last few days of being in Bodrum, last few days at this house, last few days of having this beautiful view. Until next year when we're back at our house. Just took some great videos on the treadmill, and now it's Leo's turn. You're going good. Well done.
A little bit faster.
You want to go a little bit faster? Okay, ready? There we go. Bit more? Yeah? Let's bring it to 5, yeah? There we go. It's on 5 now. Good boy. That's it. Look straight ahead. Remember to breathe. Good boy. That's it. Oh, look at you. You're getting strong. You're getting fit. Good boy. Also going to be doing something that I've never done before, which is taking my recovery a little bit more seriously. So I'm going to be doing a lot more saunas, a lot more stretching, a lot more physio. I really need to take recovery seriously here because this is obviously not an easy thing. To run 900 kilometers in a week is going to be tough, and I need to make sure I'm in tip-top shape. So I'm about to jump in the sauna. I've just turned it on. So while that's heating up, let's talk a little bit more about the record. Let's talk a little bit more about the last record, the one that I broke, the run across the UAE, 630 kilometers. That was back in March. In order to break this new record on the treadmill, I'm gonna be having to run a lot more than that. So the total, as I said before, is 900 kilometers over the 7 days, and that's going to work out to around 129 kilometers per day. So let's talk about some of the advantages and disadvantages of doing that. So obviously disadvantages, it's a lot further distance, it's going to be a lot harder on the body. I guess advantages, I'm always trying to look on the bright side. I'm an optimist by nature, but I guess we're not going to have the weather to contend with. In the last record, we had the storm to deal with on the last day. We had a lot of heat and humidity on the first few days, you know, running through the desert. So at least we don't have that to contend with. At least we can kind of control the environment a little bit more, which is good. Nutrition wise, it's obviously going to be a lot more easier as well because I'm going to have everything that I need right next to me. So my main fuel source is going to be cyclic dextrin, and we have that in a product called Activate. So I'm going to be sipping that throughout the whole week, which is what I did in the UAE challenge as well. I also did that in the Ultraman, and that's going to help me sustain my blood sugar levels as well as giving me carbohydrates and electrolytes. So electrolytes are very important. Obviously, carbohydrates are very important. We want to keep my glycogen stores topped up as much as we can. Obviously, because I'm going to be in one place, getting nutrition and fuel is going to be a lot easier, because if I want a pizza, they can bring me a pizza. If I want rice, they can give me some rice. If I want potatoes, they can cook me up some potatoes. It's going to be a lot more flexible. Another thing that's going to be easier is my recovery. So we're planning to have the treadmill. My bed's not going to be too far away. It's probably going to be around 20 steps away from me. We're going to make a nice little room in the gym. And there's an ice bath there. There's a sauna there. So the plan is, as soon as I finish for the day, I'm going to be running for around 20 hours a day. The moment I finish is going to be a sauna and an ice bath, then sleep. That's going to be protocol every day. And I might even sneak in some ice baths during the challenge as well. So during the day. So maybe get to like halfway, jump in the ice bath, kind of take a little rest and keep going again. I'm hoping that the controlled environment and the accessibility to nutrition is going to help me perform better. I'm also hoping to get a better training block in. So we're going to be explaining on this journey the training, the recovery, the nutrition protocols that we're going to be taking into consideration when breaking this record. This record is going to be won or lost in the preparation, in the build-up. It's all about the build-up. It's all about the process. It's not necessarily what you have to do in order to achieve the goal. It's the person that you have to become. It's the journey that you have to go on. So I'm going to be going through a journey over these next 10 weeks. I want you to come along with me and see what it's going to take. The changes that the body's going to go through, the changes that my mind's going to have to go through. That's the main thing right here. I mean, I do all of these challenges. I mean, I've done dozens of ultras. I've done, record attempts, races, triathlons, running, push-ups, weight training. Everything that I do, it looks like it's physical, but really it's not. For me, it's all about the mental. It's all about getting my mind stronger and being tougher, because fitness is just one aspect of life. It's just one area of life. And I don't just want to be good at one thing. I want to be a good husband. I want to be a good dad. I want to be really good in my businesses. I want to be a great entrepreneur. And the fitness, I've noticed, helps me get better at all those other things. It helps me be a better dad. It helps me be a better husband. It helps me in my businesses. It helps me be more efficient. It helps me be a better communicator. The fitness gets my mind ready for the day and ready for whatever life can throw at it. Once I do this challenge, once I actually start, regardless of whether I break the record or not, whether I do or I don't, going into that and also after the attempt, win or lose, I'm going to be a better, stronger, more fulfilled person. And that's the goal. That's the journey that I'm going to be on over these next 10 weeks. So, we've just done the first training session. We've got a lot more to go. Let's get after it. I'm not good when it comes to the heat. I'm a pale-skinned English boy, and when it comes to being in the heat, I'm not good. So yeah, I have to acclimate. Sauna's good for recovery, it's good for blood flow, it's good for a bunch of different other stuff. So I'm gonna be doing a lot more saunas during this prep. Recovery is key. Recovery is key, guys. Ice baths I pretty much do all the time anyway. So I'll just be carrying on doing those. Yeah, adding sauna, adding stretching, adding physio. My main worry on this build is gonna be my Achilles. Like, I don't want any Achilles issues. I've had Achilles tendonitis ever since I can remember. And yeah, ever since I started running, it's always been an issue. So I'm just hoping that doesn't flare up. So that's gonna be the key, is making sure we recover properly, making sure we don't build up the mileage too quickly. I've got 10 long weeks to prepare for this, and it's gonna be all about embracing the process, embracing the journey, as well as focusing on all the other stuff that I need to focus on and not letting those slip. So I've got a lot going on at work, a lot going on with Mallet, a lot going on with everybody's, and a lot going on with the family too. Kids are getting older, kids are getting bigger. They're 5 and 6 years old now. Time is just flying by, and I really want to make the most of it. That's going to be kind of the key thing, because over the years, when I was living my old lifestyle, when I was drinking every day and smoking every day, it really, I wasted so much time. Like, I can't even explain to you in words how disappointed I am in myself of how much time I wasted. And that time's never coming back. So I'm making the most of every moment that I have now. I'm not letting any moment go to waste. I'm embracing it, I'm enjoying it, and I'm gonna enjoy this process as well. It is nice having the little view here, because you've got that to look at, as opposed to just staring at a wall. But I guess I'm gonna have to get used to that anyway, because as much as physically I'm gonna have to be on point, mentally too I'm gonna have to be on point, because you know, being on a treadmill for a week, that's no easy task. So I'm gonna have to be on point. I'm gonna have to get my mind strong as well as my body. And as I said, we're gonna be taking you through the entire journey. Every video is gonna have like a theme. Next week's video is gonna be all about zone 2 training and why that's important for endurance. So I'm gonna be taking you through what I do, my equipment that I use, and how I ensure I stay in a zone 2 and why that's important. Anyway, thanks for tuning into the video. Make sure you like and subscribe to not miss any updates, and we'll see you in the next one.